Okay, you guys. Let's see what the new movies are playing at the movie theaters this week. First we have Sully, rated PG-13, starring Tom Hanks, Aaron Eckhart, Laura Linney, and Valerie McAfee. 95 minutes. The story of Chesley Sullenberger, who becomes a hero after gliding his plane along the water in the Hudson River, saving all of the airplane flights 155 crew and passenger. And that's directed by Clint Eastwood. Next new out this week is When the Bell Breaks, rated PG-13, 107 minutes, starring Morris Chestnut, Regina Hall, Romany Malco, and Michael Kenneth Williams. A surrogate mom for a couple becomes dangerously obsessed with the soon-to-be father. Oh my goodness, that's a spooky one. Next new out this week is The Disappointments Room, starring Kate Beckinsale, Lucas Till, Michaela Collin, and Michael Landis. Rated R, 92 minutes. A mother and her young son release unimaginable horrors from the attic of their rural dream home. Oh my goodness, that's another spooky one. Next new out this week is The Wildlife, an animation movie, 90 minutes, rated PG, with the voices of Matthias Schweighöfer, Kaya Jauner, Ilka Benson, and Dieter Hallervorden. A daring parrot recounts how Robinson Crusoe came to be stranded on a tropical island. Next new out this week, we have the J.T. Leroy story. It's a documentary for 110 minutes with Laura Albert, Bruce Benderson, Dennis Cooper, and Vanyo Giannopoulos. The story behind literary persona J.T. Leroy, the fictional writer created by American author Laura Albert. Next, new out this week, we have Other People for 97 minutes yet, and it's not yet rated. Starring Jesse Plemons, Zach Woods, Bradley Whitford, and Maud Apatow. A struggling comedy writer, fresh off a breakup and in the midst of the worst year of his life, returns to Sacramento to care for his dying mother. Next new out this week is Kicks for 80 minutes, rated R, starring J. King Gullery, Christopher Jordan Wallace, Christopher Meyer, and Kofi Siriboe. Brandon is a 15-year-old whose dream is a pair of fresh Air Jordans. Soon after he gets his hands on them, they're stolen by a local hood, causing Brandon and his two friends to go on a dangerous mission through Oakland to retrieve them. Oh my goodness. Isn't that something? It's listed as an adventure movie. Next new out this week, we have Camera Person, It's a documentary for 102 minutes, and it's not yet rated. Starring Kristen Johnson, and it's directed by Kristen Johnson. Exposing her role behind the camera, Kristen Johnson reaches into the vast trove of footage she has shot over decades around the world. What emerges is a visually bold memoir and a revelatory interrogation of the power of the camera. Interesting. Next, new out this week, we have Dancer, a documentary for 85 minutes and is not yet rated. Starring Sergei Palunin. Sergei Palunin is a breathtaking ballet talent who questions his existence and his commitment to dance just as he is about to become a legend. Next, new out this week, is Come What May. Rated R for 114 minutes. It's a drama war movie starring August Deal, Oliver Gourmet, Matilda Steiner, and Alice Isis. In May 1940, the German troops enter France, frightened by the progress of the enemy. The people of a small village of Pas-de-Calais decide on the recommendations of the prefecture to give up everything to go on the road fleeing to the coast. Among them is Paul, the village mayor. He led the group and seeks to maintain a minimum of order and republican spirit in this nomadic life. Motto, his wife, plays music, trying to find the fragrance of those that took place in his coffee in the village. Suzanne, a young teacher goes to choose the least congested route, and she especially supports a small German boy, 8-year-old Max, whose father, Hans, was arrested after the declaration of war. During the Arras attack, residents are released from prison and abandoned in the desert city. Hans managed to flee the city, accompanied by a Scottish officer. Percy, whose entire unit died under German bullets. These two will travel together, Hans seeking to recover his son, who fled the village, and Percy hoping to reach the sea and find a boat back to England. Interesting. And lastly, new out this week is a 94-minute movie, rated R, starring Ete Turan, Agnieszka Zulawska, Andrzej Gabowski, Tomasz Schwartz. A bridegroom is possessed by an unquiet spirit in the midst of his own wedding celebration, and this clever take on the Jewish legend of the Dybbuk. Oh my God, spooky. It's a horror thriller movie. Rated R. And a recap of the movies that are in the theaters now is Don't Breathe, rated R. Hoping to walk away with a massive fortune, a trio of thieves break into the house of a blind man who isn't as helpless as he seems. Next is Suicide Squad. A secret government agency recruits some of the most dangerous incarcerated criminals to form a defensive task force with their first case leading to a potential apocalypse. Next is Pete's Dragon, the adventure of an orphan boy named Pete and his best friend Elliot, who just so happens to be a dragon. Next is Kubo and the Two Strings. A young boy named Kubo must locate a magical suit of armor worn by his late father in order to defeat a vengeful spirit from the past. Next is Sausage Party. A sausage strives to discover the truth about his existence. Next, War Dogs, based on a true story of two young men, David Packhouse and Ephraim Diverley, who won the $300 million contract from the Pentagon to arm America's allies in Afghanistan. Next is Bad Moms. When three overworked and underappreciated moms are pushed beyond their limit, they ditch their conventional responsibilities for a jolt of long overdue freedom fun and comedic self-indulgence. Next is The Light Between the Oceans. A lighthouse keeper and his wife, living off the coast of Western Australia, raise a baby they rescue from an adrift rowboat. Next, Hell or High Water. A divorced dad and his ex-con brother resort to desperate scheme in order to save their family's ranch in West Texas. And last, Mechanic Resurrection. Arthur Bishop thought he had put his murderous past behind him when his most formidable foe kidnaps the love of his life. Now, he is forced to travel the globe to complete 3 impossible assassinations and to do what he does best, make them look like accidents. My goodness. And then what's coming next week? Next week we have Bridget Jones' Baby, the continuing adventure of British publishing executive Bridget Jones as she enters her 40s. That's coming the week of September 16th. Also, Blair Witch. After discovering a video showing what he believes to be his sister's experiences in the demonic woods of the Blair Witch, James and a group of friends head to the forest in search of his lost sibling. Next is Snowden. NSA employee Edward Snowden leaks thousands of classified documents to the press. And next is Hillsong. Let Hope Rise. Capturing the onstage energy and offstage hearts of the Australian-based band Hillsong United, Let the Hope Rise is a new motion picture genre, the theatrical worship experience. The film explores Hillsong's humble beginnings and astonishing rise to prominence as an international church whose songs are sung every Sunday by more than 50 million people worldwide. And then, on a wild oat, everything changes for Eva when she receives a life insurance check accidentally made out for $5 million instead of the $50,000. She and her best friend take the money and head out for the adventure of a lifetime. How fun is that? Next is Silicon Cowboys. 3 friends dream up the compact portable computer at a Texas diner in 1981 and soon find themselves battling mighty IBM for PC supremacy. Their improbable journey altered the future of computing and shaped the world we now know today. That sounds interesting. Next, coming out next week is Miss Stevens, a comedy focused on a teacher who chaperones a group of high schoolers to a state drama competition. And next, the Beatles, 8 days a week, the touring years. A compilation of footage found featuring music, interviews, and stories of the Beatles. 250 concerts from 1963 to 1966. Wow. Directed by Ron Howard, and it just stars the 4 Beatles. Wow. Next, The Good Neighbor, thriller. A pair of mischievous high school kids create the illusion of a haunting on an unsuspecting neighbor. Wow. Keeping his every reaction under surveillance, they see much more than they bargained for. Oh my God. Another thriller. Thanks for watching.